Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. First things first, let me get this out of the way. We don't do sponsorships, we don't do paid advertising. There's a link at the bottom of the screen. This is for Blue Rooster. Blue Rooster is Glenn Hallstrom's wife's website where she sells spices. Best dried onion, best dried garlic I have ever used. So it's tenkars-tavern.game/Blue Rooster. You'll save about 75% off the usual retail price of this stuff to the end of the year. That's 12/31 23 23. Yes, there we go. So if you want to support someone who's a part of this channel, you want to support Glenn and his wife, and you like to cook, I like to cook, you're not going to beat the quality of what you're going to find at Blue Rooster. I think there's only like 4 spices that they have, but they're the best you're going to find. So that's that spiel. Now let's go on to today's topic. Last night, overnight, this comment was left. It's up on the screen, and it perturbed me because I thought people were getting it, and then some people just don't get it. I'm happy to see a gaming channel about gaming. Well, that's great. I'm happy to see a gaming channel about gaming too. Oh, that's great. But please, oh wow, that word was so capitalized. I verklempt. But please don't platform actual Nazis. It's the boogeyman word, right? It's the word we throw around when we don't want to just want to dismiss something that we don't like. From the, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the word that the left uses. What the right uses, what woke. I personally think Nazi is much more offensive. Really, my grandfather's generation fought them. My family on both sides, fought and or suffered at the hands of actual Yatzees. But we'll go on to this. Okay. So my response, and I think that my response is like I gotta make a wider response than just a comment on the YouTube video. There were no actual. I'm trying to avoid saying the word because of the algorithm. Yatzees in the OSR. There are leftists, there are rightists, and a shit ton of moderates. Me and my co-hosts have been called literal Yatzees. The word has been turned into a boogeyman and a slur toward people one does not like for one reason or another. So, why am I mentioning this? Why? Because if I'm saying I want to bring in people literally across the political spectrum to not talk politics, all right? I want to bring in people that at times, most of them are going to be obviously moderate because most of us are moderates, right? That's why most of us offend the extremes because we are, how dare we not take up arms? How dare we stay in the fucking middle? But I am friends with people on the left and on the right. Some of them pretty far to the right on the conservative side, pretty far to the left on the progressive side. And we can have civil conversations about gaming. Productive conversations about gaming. So don't platform actual Yahtzees tells me that you don't understand what's going on. You are afraid that, yeah, they talk about gaming, but only talk about gaming with people that I approve. If I don't approve of them, no. It's very simple. You don't want to be offended? Don't watch those videos. I don't understand. What it hasn't even started yet, right? The Fireside chats, man, it's gonna be fun. Because they haven't even started yet, and I already got people, don't platform any actual Yahtzees. I've yet to meet an actual Yahtzee. I've met some neo Yahtzees. in my line of work. Um, but actual Yatzees. But, you know, hey, I mean, I would gladly bring on a communist if we were going to talk about gaming and they produce good stuff, right? That's what you want to talk about. That's the whole point to this process that we're going to start with Fireside Chats. Maybe you'll hear from people who normally you would have gone, oh, no, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I can't know about that because it doesn't fit my own personal political agenda. We're not talking politics. We're talking gaming. Yeah, but that person has political views. Well, you know what? Many people have personal political views. Some people make them public. Most of us don't. Why? Because they're personal views. You know, it's like, ask somebody, how did you vote? And these questions come up to convention organizers. How do I find out how my GM at the table voted in the last presidential election? Well, aside from asking him or her, you don't. Well, I don't want to, play with anybody who voted for Trump, or I don't want to play with anybody who voted for Biden. And just fucking sit in your home and stick your fingers in your ear and go tingy lingy loo. Seriously. Seriously. The reason why the tavern is a neutral ground is not to be a safe space for you. It's for you and everybody who comes to the tavern to say, hey, I'm going to leave my baggage behind. I'm going to leave my issues behind. I'm going to leave my anger behind. And I'll talk nothing that we have in common. Gaming. If you can't wrap your head around that, then maybe this channel isn't for you. Okay? I mean, I had somebody else go, oh, Tenkar doesn't talk politics because he can't handle it. No, I don't talk it because it has no place in my gaming talk. Right? Sit me at my local pub. Well, first one was here. I was happy to talk politics because that was what you were there to, share ideas, not convince anybody that you're right because that doesn't happen, and buy somebody a drink because you didn't know you disagreed with them. It doesn't happen on the internet, and it doesn't need to happen in my gaming talk or the gaming communities that I admin or moderate. It ain't that hard. But again, if you can't, then don't worry about it. Just don't watch. Don't listen. All right, folks. On that note, there should be another video later today. Shadow Dark came today, and I have started picking through the pieces. That looks really good. And there might be a giveaway as part of All-Star Christmas that I wasn't expecting to do. More on that with the later video. All right, folks. As always, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. I will be back again, like I said, with a Shadow Dark unboxed video. All right, later. Be good.